The 10 principles of wellness and longevity. There's 5 foundational physical principles. There's 5 transformational esoteric principles. And together we create a system of empowered wellness and self-leadership. You cannot lead well unless you are embracing self-leadership, because this is the days when people see right through you. There used to be a time when you could be one person at home and another person at the office. Those days are over. They're over because people are looking for authentic leadership. And if they think it's not happening through you, they're not interested. But when you place your self-leadership first, there is an absolute empowerment that comes from that when you feel strong and clear and unapologetic. And that's what we're going to talk about. So here are the 10 principles. I'm going to share them all with you. And we'll break them down. So to eat intuitively, this was probably the biggest thing that changed everything for me. When I let go of the diet mentality, when I stopped trusting the medical system about diet and all the other stuff, and began to trust in myself. Because what happens for you as you move into midlife, your intuition is heightened and your BS monitor is heightened. So you begin to make you can begin to make better choices for you. Fast intermittently, exercise effectively, sleep deeply, trust yourself instinctively, process emotion consciously, live purposefully, speak powerfully, lead authentically, and embrace change gracefully. And these are all the strategies that make up the 10 principles of wellness that are based in wisdom and science. That's what a principle is. It's a truism. It's not about the newest, greatest thing. It's not about something you do for 6 weeks and then you forget about it. These are the principles that actually will empower you for life. And as I said, it's almost 20 years since I've practiced this. It's more than 20 years. Since I've done this. Yeah, what is it, 15 years or so? And I can still do it. I still practice these principles. And that's really what's gotten to the stage where at 69, I've got a better body than I had when I was 55. Amazing. So let's look at each of the principles. And I'm not going to go deeply into them, but I'm going to give you some strategies around them. The first one is, what did I do there? First one is intentional in the process, the principle of eating intuitively. Why do you want to do this? I mean, why? And saying I want to be, fit into the dress for the wedding in 3 weeks' time, that's not a good why. Your why has to be something that makes you get out of bed every morning to go and work out or walk. It's got to be a strong enough why to be standing in the supermarket and making a decision about the food that you're going to buy. It's the strong why that has you delving deep into limiting beliefs. So that strong why, and when I'm working with clients, we spend a lot of time on this. Why do you want to do this? And I like to get them to ask the question why numerous times until it resonates. Number 2 is informed. Women are amazing. When they have information, correct information, women are able to intuitively make decisions that are right for you. Most of the diets and the exercise procedures and all those other things are cookie cutter models. But it's like one woman going through menopause is one woman going through menopause. We're all different. Every single one of us is different. And so the same too with food. What works for your best friend may not work for you. I mean, I'm sure you've come across people who have told you that they've become a carnivore and they only eat, I don't know, fruit until 12 o'clock or whatever it was, and it works for them. Well, that's great, but that may not work for you. So when you're informed and you have some good science around what works, especially if you go through midlife, you're able to make those better choices. And then we move to intuitive. And this is a whole process of teaching your body to tell you what it wants and needs. I'm going to say that again. This is about trusting your body to make the decision about what it wants and needs. And this means getting out of your head, because in my experience now working with hundreds of clients, most women who struggle with their weight eat for every single reason under the sun other than hunger when it comes to food. So when you teach yourself to eat intuitively, what you're doing is you are removing the emotional connection to food, and that's a process we go through, and coming back to trusting your body. And, I hear a lot of women say, I don't understand that. Well, those of you who had babies, your body intuitively knew what to do. You didn't have it part of it when you were growing that baby. My daughter is pregnant at the moment, and watching her body change while she's growing this baby that has a heart and lungs and a brain and is breathing now and heart beating. You don't have part of it. Your body knows what to do. That's the same thing with intuitive eating. It's getting rid of the rules and beginning to trust in yourself, your body, and your body will never let you down. It's your brain that does. Introspective, and this is where we look at, okay, what are the reasons you do eat? Where are you not dealing with the emotions around food? Where is it you're reaching for food as it becomes this way of stuffing down of an emotion or dealing with loneliness or sadness, and food becomes your friend? We look deeply into that. And finally, implementation. Okay, the implementation is planning and preparing, pace, slowing down your eating, and in learning to enjoy food again. And with implementation, we take the guesswork out of doing all of this. We set you up with a plan that's easy to implement, so you're always ready for this.